welcome to Let's Play Gran Turismo 2, episode 17. So, you may remember in the previous episode, we notably completed the National Championships page in the GT League. And well, as a result of that, we of course are now going to head back to the special events section to officially get on with our next event. And so I'm going to head down here and switch over to my Mugen CRX 2 because I want to, and also because, well, I figured for the first race I would just, essentially do things that way, just because I want to. So we are going to head over to East City and do some tuning. Even though obviously this is basically just for the first race, but you know. But anyways, fitting the stage 1 tuning engine. And also gonna put on a computer chip, along of course with a racing muffler, just to give myself what I want. And well, just because I'm in East City, I might as well get the other car I want to use as well, which is officially this, the Mitsubishi FTO GPX J. And just going to get in it so I can do some tuning to this thing as well. So just gonna put on the racing muffler. And essentially just do some engine tuning to this thing. So just gonna put on the stage 1 tuning engine. And also just purchase this one for reasons why you shall probably see in a minute. And well, just for the hell of it, I'm gonna put on the pork grinding, just to give it a little bit more horsepower. This fucking thing. And just gonna head back to my home now, since I've basically done all the tuning I think I need to do, and I'm gonna switch back to this. Just for race 1. Just for race 1, it's also just because, well, I said to you guys I was wanting to use this car at least once before the end of the game, and well, this is officially where I'm using that car, just for the first race of the FF Challenge. So, 3 races here, and all of them require different licenses in order for you to officially be accessible as the player to entering these events. So for the B-Class race we've got Tahiti Road, A-Class race Midfield, and for the International C-Class race we have Trial Mountain. So 295 for the first race, 345 for the second race, and 394 for the third race. And of course we are going to head to race 1. So essentially I did some research on my laptop about this thing, and essentially overall, I eventually discovered, of course, that notably overall the FF challenge races were proven, of course, to essentially be some of the easiest in the game. And well, because I figured they were easy, and also because I figured I had some money, I might as well see if I can essentially use my Mugen CRX for at least one of the races. Or Mugen, I should probably say. But let's head right to race 1. For race 1. And we've got a Vauxhall Tigra in this field, along with a Honda Civic, I believe that is a VW Golf Gen 5, I think that is, unless it's Gen 4. And I think I also saw a Mitsubishi Mirage in this field as well. And already I am running wide. And well, I should probably also note this isn't my original attempt of recording this, because essentially overall I notably got disturbed whilst I was recording this, because well, I didn't tell anyone I was recording because well, I'm a fucking idiot, because well, I'm a fucking idiot, and well, as a result of that, you have officially got this attempt, where surprisingly overall everything is actually a bit more organised than it was in the first attempt of recording this. And at the moment I think it's the VW Golf that's currently in second place. As I, of course, am currently leading this event with my Mugen-tuned Honda CRX. And well, since I had a look at the maximum power I could officially get out of this thing, I eventually decided I was basically going to use this car for the first race and then basically use the FTO for the other two races. But anyways, we are coming across the line and it is victory in race number 1. For both myself and the CRX. So in this field we had a Vauxhall Tigra, a Honda Civic VTI EG, a Volkswagen Golf GTI 1.8 Turbo, a Honda CRX 1.6 VTI, and a Mitsubishi Mirage Cyborg ZR in this field. So, I have emerged with victory in race 1, driving my Mugen-tuned Honda CRX, and I have a new car. And well, I thought about this, and essentially overall, since I noticed the maximum I could officially get out of this car was probably somewhere underneath, probably 250 horsepower, I wasn't prepared to use this car for the rest of the FF challenge, which is essentially the main reason why I bought the FTO. As you can just ignore the prize car that I won from race 1. Pretend you didn't see that. And now of course we are going to switch to the FTO for the 2 remaining races of the FF challenge, which are Midfield Raceway and Trial Mountain. Excuse me, I am yawning. But anyways, this is race 2 at Midfield Raceway. And well, I've done all the tuning I need to do for this event, so let's just get on with it. Let's just get on with it. As my throat is starting to dry up again. But yeah, let's get on with race number 2. I feel like I want to scratch something, and I probably need to scratch what's close to my left ear, but probably isn't anything important. Not anything as important as this. So we have a Honda Integra in this field, and obviously it's not the Type R version of the Integra. Well, as for the rest of the field, I cannot identify those, so I think I'll just wait until the end of the race to identify them. Because, well, I do not want to make any mistakes. At least not with the opponents we have in this current race, whilst I am using my FTO. Starting the second and final lap here at Midfield Raceway. And of course, in terms of aspiration with this car, it is of course an NA. And of course, we are officially nearing the end of the lap as we approach the second chicane. And looks like I may just have the edge over the field here at Midfield Raceway. Coming towards the line, I win at midfield with my FTO. Okay, so in this race we had a Honda Integra SIR GE, a Mazda 323F Coupe 2000, a Mazda 323F S-Wagon, a Mazda Almera ZR, and a V6 powered Renault Laguna were officially our opponents in this race. As we now complete race number 2, and we now have one race remaining, and we also get a new car as well. And if you're asking about the replays, well, I've already deleted those, mainly because, well, as I said before, this is not my first attempt of recording this, but anyways, let's head to race 3, and pretty much not do anything further in terms of tuning to this thing. So, let's head to our third and final race of the FF Challenge, Trial Mountain. And of course, I have already got the engine parts I need. For this event. As I'm switching over to this one. And yeah, let's head to race 3. To see if we can win on our first attempt. Considering I did here, of course, this is notably one of the easiest series of races in this game. Or so I've heard, anyway. Also, furthermore, as you may have noticed, we can officially rev our engine up even higher. So we have an Eclipse in this race, along with a Honda Prelude and a Toyota Celica. An Alpha 156 is also in this field. And right up in front of us we have a Honda Integra. And yes, it is the Type R edition of the Integra. As we head through the second hairpin turn, coming down to the third. Currently managing to hold on to a slim lead at the moment. Heading through the final hairpin turn, I think that is. And coming through the chicane. And that's a wall. And I am already managing to open up an advantage, surprisingly, as I almost lost the rear end there, but somehow I did manage to catch it. As I, of course, am managing to hold on to a slim lead over the Integra. At the present time, and the Celica is currently in third at the moment. And well, as far as I know, I think that's like either 3 or 4 hairpin turns here at Trial Mountain. mean, there's probably 3, but then again, because I know very well the first tunnel essentially looks like a hairpin turn, in some cases I would classify that as being a hairpin, and holy shit, that Salika is right on my bumper. He's on my inside, but I am managing to fend him off, and I'm just going to fend him off. For the win at Trial Mountain. And the perks that might be all of the models I got this time, I was actually correct with all of them. So we had a Toyota Celica SS, an Alpha 156 V6, along with a Honda Integra Type R, I didn't know that one, a Mitsubishi Eclipse, and also a Honda Prelude were officially in this event. And also the gap from 1st to 6th, just about less than 2 seconds. But anyways, it's another clean sweep. And I now have over 50 grand again. And I of course am now going to save the game. Because I should probably do that. I should probably also see if I have any water. But anyways, just gonna check to see. Yep, I do have a replay saved. So that's all good. And now we can officially view our prize cars. The FF challenge is complete. And so now of course we can head over here. And to our garage we shall go. To our 3 new prize cars. So from race 1 we officially win a Mugen Accord SAR-T. Very nice. A Tom's T111, which is also quite a nice thing in my honest opinion, and well, I think this is probably the chassis of a Toyota Chaser, if I'm not mistaken. At least I think it's the chassis of a Toyota Chaser. And from winning race 3, we win a Mugen Prelude Type S. Wow. Honestly, I'm actually not gonna lie. In spite of the somewhat daunting sidelights I see in front of me, this car actually does look nice in red. It really does. But anyways, so in terms of progress, we are now up to 14.15% complete. So, that was the FF challenge. Next up is the Historic Racing Car Cup. Stay tuned for more GT2.